about enlightenment. Everyone talks about finding your purpose. Everyone talks about becoming your highest self. But very few people talk about the pain. Very few people talk about the tears. Very few people talk about the nights when you feel completely lost and wonder if you are losing your mind. Because spiritual awakening is not just about becoming someone new. It is about dying to who you used to be. And death, even spiritual death, is never comfortable. You see, during your awakening, life begins to peel you apart layer by layer. The mask you wore to please others. The beliefs you inherited from society. The wounds you buried deep within yourself. The fears you spent years running from. One by one, they begin to rise to the surface. Not because the universe is punishing you. Not because God has abandoned you. But because what is hidden cannot be healed. And what is false cannot enter your next chapter. Many people expect awakening to feel like a blessing. But for most souls, it first feels like destruction. Relationships begin to change. Friendships begin to fade. The things that once excited you no longer satisfy you. The conversations you once enjoyed start to feel empty. The places where you once belonged begin to feel unfamiliar. You feel disconnected from the person you used to be, yet you have not fully become the person you are meant to become. You find yourself standing between two worlds. The old world is falling apart. The new world has not yet arrived. And that space in between can feel incredibly lonely. There may even come a moment when you want to quit. A moment when the pain becomes so intense that you wish you could go back to who you were before. A moment when you question everything. Your purpose, your path, your faith, your sanity. If you are in that season right now, I want you to hear me carefully. That is not the end. That is your darkest hour. And the darkest hour has always existed right before sunrise. But there is something else you need to understand. Spiritual awakening is not a journey that everyone experiences. Many people will spend their entire lives focused only on the physical world, never questioning who they truly are beyond their name, their career, their possessions, or their social identity. But some souls are different. Some souls came here carrying a deeper mission. Many spiritual traditions believe these are old souls, souls that return to earth carrying lessons to complete, wisdom to remember, and a purpose to fulfill. And before that purpose can fully activate, something must happen. The soul must awaken. That awakening often arrives disguised as pain. It arrives disguised as loss. It arrives disguised as confusion, heartbreak, loneliness, and transformation. Because the soul cannot step into its higher purpose while still asleep. So if you find yourself asking, why me? Why am I going through all of this? Why do I feel different from everyone else? Why does my life seem filled with so many lessons and challenges? Perhaps the better question is, what is my soul preparing me for? Because maybe this journey is not happening to you. Maybe it is happening for you. Maybe what feels like a burden is actually a privilege. A difficult privilege. Painful privilege. But a privilege nonetheless. Not everyone is called to awaken. Not everyone is called to look within. Not everyone is called to break old cycles, heal deep wounds, and discover who they truly are. But if life has called you onto this path, trust that there is a reason. Your soul saw something in this lifetime worth coming here for. Your spirit accepted a journey that would challenge you, transform you, and eventually reveal the person you were always meant to become. So instead of asking, why me? Ask yourself, what greatness is this awakening preparing me for? Because every awakening carries a purpose. Every purpose carries a mission. And every mission begins with remembering who you truly are. The caterpillar must completely dissolve before it becomes a butterfly. The seed must break apart before it becomes a tree. The phoenix must burn before it rises from the ashes. Transformation has always looked like destruction before it looked like beauty. What you call falling apart may actually be your soul coming together. What you call losing yourself may actually be the beginning of finding yourself. What you call darkness may actually be preparation for a light you have never experienced before. So please, do not give up on yourself. Do not judge your progress because the road is painful for no reason. It is making room for someone wiser, someone stronger, someone more authentic. someone who finally understands who they truly are. So if you are walking through darkness today, keep walking. If you feel broken today, keep healing. If you feel lost today, keep trusting. Because the dawn is closer than you think. And one day, the very pain that almost broke you will become the story that inspires others to keep going. Your awakening is not your punishment. It is your rebirth. The breakdown was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of your transformation. Hold on. Keep going. The light is already on its way. And the version of you waiting on the other side of this awakening is more powerful, more conscious, and more aligned than you can possibly imagine. Your new day is coming.